I think we own Trisha. How you doing tonight?
I am doing well. Thank
Yeah,
you. How are you?
I am doing good. I am doing good. It's been summer's over, right? And well, we're getting into the fall of the year and
I tell you,
hurricane season. All kinds of things are happening, I believe. So
I
you
know I'm
doing good?
enjoying this very nice weather we're having.
I know. It's been a hot summer, and I'm ready for a little brief, nice fall weather, and then we're gonna get into the wintertime for sure. So do you have a nice summer doing the traveling, anything like that?
I did not do any traveling, just busy with the work. Being an entrepreneur, you're always busy. So just keeping busy. I'll do a little bit of travel at the end of the year just to celebrate. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, not much. I went to the beach, I think, a couple
Okay.
times, and then my daughter lives up in Boone, up in the mountains, so we try to make a trip up there once a month. So that's about the traveling we did. We didn't do a whole lot, um, but yeah, I know you stay busy. I see you at all kinds of events around town and uh, with the chamber and everything. So you got a lot going on.
Yeah, so next Thursday, we actually will have our first Youth Leadership Roseville session of the year. I'm really excited. We have 15 students this year, 13 from Roseville High School, one from Thales, and one from the other private school here in the area. And yeah, looking forward to a really great program year. We've got some really amazing business owners who stepped up to volunteer this year,
Hmm.
as well as be lunch sponsors. So we're always looking for additional sponsors to help support the program to keep it going. But yeah, so we have some really exciting things coming up with the students. I had a meeting yesterday with the career development coordinator over at Roseville High School. They have a new person this year, and she's going to be great. So really great things at Roseville High School.
Yeah, that's a really good program. I don't know how long we've been doing this now. Probably 6 or 7 years, I would think. It could kind of
I think
goes
it's
by.
7 years. Yeah. And this
Yeah.
is my second year running the program. So really, really fun times.
Yeah, it's a really good program. Maybe real quickly, let the general public know some of the things, activities y'all be doing. I know you do everything from business to government, I believe.
Yeah, so we kick off the year with leadership and team building. And then we'll talk about personal branding and helping the students to build their digital portfolio. Things like taking professional headshots, building their resume, talking about their social media presence. We actually have a couple field trips. We'll visit you guys at Town Hall, learn
Hmm.
about town government. They usually love going to the police station, the fire station for some odd reason. We'll learn about the history of Roseville. We have an entrepreneurial panel this year, and we'll be talking about financial literacy. So, yeah, those are the main topics that we'll be covering. And the students will have a capstone project that they will get to pretty much showcase all of the things that they've learned this year. And that'll be in April. So, they'll have their final session and graduation in April.
Yeah, it's a really fun program. I enjoy meeting them, and I still see some of them around town every once in a while. Some of the graduates and stuff. Some of them are staying around. I'm sure a lot of them is going to have businesses in the future and that kind of thing. And they do a really good job. I think it's a good program. Y'all work really hard on that and do a really good job. But there's a lot of other things going around. I know the chamber's got a busy fall plan. Philip, you're keeping him pretty busy, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately, we let him go on vacation. That's why you get to see me this time, but he's out jet setting. But yeah, let me share a couple things that the chamber has going on. So the first one is a lunch and learn next Tuesday, September 17th, which is actually my birthday. So it's a special day.
Wow. What you be
But
25? 25?
26 to be exact. Yeah, but seriously, Margot Shoot from Shoot for Wellness is doing a lunch and learn next Tuesday over at the chamber from 12 to 1. So we definitely invite everyone to come out, bring your lunch, and she will be giving some very useful information about exercise and diet and taking a holistic approach. So looking forward to that. That's going to be a really, really great session. So yeah, people can just show up at the chamber or register on the chamber's website so we can get a head count of how many people might actually be there. But yeah,
Mhm.
that'll be a great event. Um, We also have our really big event,
That's
Barbecue
the big one.
Dance. Yes, that's going to be amazing. So that's on Saturday, September 28th from 1 to 6. We have some amazing sponsors, Gladwell, Anytime Fitness, Coach Bow, Elon Dental, Local Charm, and Granite Falls. But yeah, people can still sign up to be in the competition. We need volunteers. There's also room for vendors, spaces, and eat lots of barbecue, listen to some good music.
Well, good.
And yeah, that's going to be a really big one. It's going to be a nice day. And the last one is the annual golf tournament. That's going to be on October 24th over at the Heritage Golf Club. The presenting sponsor is Anytime Fitness. We have a couple other sponsors, but registrations are open. So, Mayor Currin, do you golf?
I do not. Actually, they had a golf event today that I would drop by and just gave them some encouragement. But yeah, I like to watch, but I haven't been able to golf in a long time, and it takes a lot of practice and a lot of time. But it was a fun event. I used to do it. I used to do it a little bit more when I was younger. Um, but it's enjoyable, and I hope we really get a good turnout because I know that's a good event for the chamber, and it's a lot of people can get involved in that. So, and it's at a good location. I think the one today was over at the Heritage too, and that's a really nice golf course. And when the weather's good, it's good to be out there. So, uh,
Absolutely.
hope. Do
Absolutely.
you golf?
No, I took lessons many years ago and I realized it's not my thing. So I'll hang out and support, but yeah, I'm not going to be actually golfing.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I got two sons, and every once in a while we'll go golfing together. They one of them likes golfing a lot more than the other one, but the three of us will go. Hadn't been in probably 6 months to a year, but every once in a while we'll go. But it's nothing to see. So, but we just go out there to spend some time together. But it's a fun thing for people. But it's a very time consuming sport
Yes.
activity. So it takes several hours to do that. Yeah, I think the town's got a couple things going on. I don't have my notes with me. I do know we got the policeman night out thing coming up, national night out, which is a really good event. And several. We had a really good event this weekend with the installing of the marker for George Taylor. I don't know
Yeah.
if he was able to attend that or not.
I wasn't. I was out of town, but I heard it was really a really nice event.
It was, and the family came in from about three different places of the country. Some of them was from New Jersey, and some of them was further out west, and a lot of them didn't even know each other.
Oh wow.
And they had a chance to meet, and it was a very moving event. And now we got the marker erected up at the park, and for people, hope you go by there and be able to look at that. That was a pretty good thing. I think I'm really proud the town was able to come together and do that. Remembering the tragedy, and it was really a dark time in history back in 1918. I think it was 1918 or 1919. But really glad that we could recognize and at least recognize the family and those type things. So,
It's
but
wonderful.
yeah, I know we got some really good guests tonight. We're going to be talking about Cobblestone, which is a new development, I guess you can call it, lifestyle center. There's a bunch of names for it. Commercial center. Um, some people call it departments, and I think that's really not catching the whole gist of what's going on there.
Not really, not
But
really. But it's exciting to see
yeah,
Roseville have this sort of growth.
yeah,
And, we still have our local small town charm, but we will have some, newness and fun, exciting shopping centers and just just lots of new things here in Roseville. So it's exciting to see that.
yeah, I think so. I think it's a really good thing. I mean, that's the culture with the way people live. It's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Because they do like to be around activities and be able to walk in distance to places to eat, places to shop, all kinds of things. You don't have to, drive 10 miles to Wake Forest or to Raleigh or something like that. You can just walk, and I think that's the new thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just something that we may not be accustomed to as much as the some of the other people that is moving to town is more accustomed to that. But I'm really excited about it. You have heard about Cobblestone, right?
Oh, absolutely. I've been stalking and like waiting. I moved to Roseville 2 years ago. I've been waiting for that since I moved out here. So I'm like really excited. And so I did a little sneak peek at Stephanie's presentation. So I was excited to see the businesses. I won't steal her thunder. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and step out and let
Okay.
you talk to Stephanie Gonzalez.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, no problem.
Hey, Stephanie, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I am doing good. Welcome to the show. I know.
Thank you.
I know you are. You're new, somewhat new at Cobblestone, just a couple months, maybe since May or something. I think, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But just welcome to Rolesville. This is a really nice, I guess, activity center coming to town that you're part of. I know you're excited about it and love to talk about it. And appreciate you coming on tonight to talk about it because, like Tricia and a lot of people in Rolesville, they're really just interested in knowing, what's coming and get ready for it. And it'll give you an opportunity to kind of talk about what's coming and maybe what you expect. And we don't have all the answers, and you don't have all the answers, I know, because it's a very dynamic thing. But just want to talk to you for a few minutes. Appreciate you coming on. But first, kind of tell us who you are. Who you work. I think I had you wrote down as property manager, assistant property manager.
Yes, sir. I work with KDM. I've been with KDM Development since May of this year. And I will be assistant property manager for Cobblestone. So I primarily will be in charge of the residential side, but I will, help with the retail side, which is a lot of what we're going to be talking about today. I personally have lived in the North Raleigh area for the last probably 36 plus years. So I've seen everything. I mean, I remember I'm right off of Litchford and Falls, and I remember everything north of that was woods and, nothing. And now it's a bunch of big towns, and, Roseville is coming right along as well. So
I think I saw you mentioned, the managing team and stuff. I think I saw an office there. Will Cobblestone have an office there? And if so, who would be in that office? Is it just the property managers or what?
So we will have a leasing office as well as a small clubhouse for our residents on site. So it will be myself, and then we'll have anywhere from 2 to 3 leasing agents. Our property manager, who again, Holly Van Apeldoorn, she's in charge of the retail. She'll be in and out occasionally, but myself and our leasing agents will be on site all the time.
Well, good. So you'll be in town about every day then.
I will.
That's great. That's great. And you have somewhere to eat when you come, because that's what we're going to talk about. And I think one of the things the citizens have been asking for several years is more restaurants, more choices, place to eat, those type of things. And I think there's quite a few of them coming, and we'll kind of talk about that a little bit. But what excites you the most about this development?
I just think the fact that it's kind of a one-stop shop. So our logo, our motto is live, shop, play. So it's a place where, obviously you can come, you can get an apartment and live, but you're also able to shop and you're also able to play. I mean, we'll have a green area where you can bring your kids, your dogs. We'll do events out there throughout the year. So it really is a one-stop shop. And for, a smaller town like Roseville to have something like this, if I'm being honest, the closest place I can think of would be North Hills, or even all the way out in Cary at Fenton, where it's a similar setup is what we're going to have. So someplace like Roseville having something like this, we're super excited about it.
Yeah. So there is going to be residential there as well as commercial, and we'll talk about the residential first if you want to, since you said that was kind of what you manage is the residential side. So when will the first people be moving in there? When will we see people
So
actually living there?
right now, we are planning on starting to pre-lease mid-October with first move-ins to the first building that we'll have open either the first part of November or mid-November. And that the first building we will have will be a strictly residential building. We have 3 buildings that are mixed use. So that means that the bottom level will be retail, and then we'll have 2 to 3 stories above that. That'll be residential. So that'll be convenient for those, residents that live there to be able to just hop on the elevator and go downstairs and grab something to eat and hop right back upstairs and go home and go to bed. So, but we will have a total of 188 units once we are fully open and leased. Now we are doing a phase-in process. So we'll have, 2 to 3 buildings open by the end of the year, and then another 2 to 3 after that. And then we'll have our last building like mid-year next year, I believe. So.
Yeah, and what is the choices? Is it just 1 bedrooms or 2 bedrooms, or what kind of choices you have for size
So,
and this type?
yeah, absolutely. So the first 2 phases that we will have will be just 1 and 2 bedroom. We have a multitude of different floor plans. We've got handicap accessible apartments as well. All of our apartments will have elevators in them. So that's a nice feature that our residents can take advantage of. Our last building that we will be building will be have 3 bedrooms in it as well. So that will be closer, like I said, to mid to late 2025. But we will eventually have 3 bedrooms. So it's 1, 2, and 3 options.
And I noticed it appeared from the outside, a lot of them have balconies and type things.
Yes. Yeah. We most of our apartments do have balconies. A lot of the ones that have retail, some of them face South Main Street. So for me, I've always looked at those, and those are prime apartments. Those are prime balconies because it gives you the opportunity to stay in your house, sit on the balcony, and watch like the Christmas parade and different parades that we have throughout the year, as well as with the green area. We have a couple balconies that will face that green area, so you'll be able to sit at home and enjoy the live music and everything else we've got going on in that green area.
So have a balcony facing Main Street, is that a premium on that? Or?
We don't have pricing quite yet, but it definitely will be probably a little bit more of a premium price. There's one that I looked at, and the balcony spans the entire width of the apartment. And that is one that if you want that, you got to get it, because we've only got like 2 or 3 in that one building like that. So, but you can see the green, you can see all of Main Street from there. So that's a really good one to look for.
So let's talk about the commercial a little bit. I know our next guest is one of the operators that's opening up one of the places there, but there's quite a few, I think. I don't have the list in front of me tonight, but there you go. There's quite a few places. Kind of highlight some of the ones that you know the most about. And when do you think the first commercial building will be, or the first commercial store will be open, or restaurant?
So we are hoping, like I said, with the apartment, it's going to be the same thing. Probably first part of November. These first couple businesses will be open. I'm going to start with building 6 because that will be our first retail businesses that will be open. So if you guys are looking at the map, the 6A, that's going to be Artisan Beer and Cheese. And that's actually who you guys is our next guest. And she'll be talking a little bit more about that. We have Simply Crepes. Their lease is being finalized. So once that's all set in stone, we will definitely advertise that. 6C is going to be Pixel. So Pixel is a barcade. So it is a bar and an arcade kind of mix. They'll have pinball machines. They'll have like skee ball, I believe. But it's kind of a good place to go have a drink, hang out, play some old school. I believe they're old school video games, as well as they'll probably have some new school ones as well. In that same building, turning that corner, you'll have the farmer's market. So this will be her storefront. In addition to her storefront, though, I believe it's March through November, she will be doing a farmer's market out on that green area. So that little area right in front is what we consider our green area. We'll do our live events and things like that. So March through November, our guests can expect a farmer's market from her. And then Lime and Lemon is the last business in that building, and they are an Indian cuisine restaurant. They do have one of the good features is they also have a private dining room. So if you want to host events, bridal showers, whatever, you can rent out their private room and host it there. Kind of moving around, and I'll kind of jump all around. We've got Jeff's Bagels. This is our second location in North Carolina that they're opening. They do fresh, I believe, New York style bagels, and they make them throughout the day. We've got Oh My Tea, like OMG, but OMT. And it is boba tea and I believe rolled ice cream. Prima Coffee. So they do croissants and pastries and things like that. They also have partnered with a local roaster for their coffee. So that's something that kind of sets them a little bit apart from like a Starbucks and things like that. We will have a nail salon, upscale nail salon, Local Charm, which I know was advertised and sponsoring some of the other events that you guys have going on. She's actually, I believe, moving from her Rogers Road location out here. So anybody that, frequents her out at the Rogers Road location, definitely come look for her at Cobblestone. We've got Newsom Dermatology. So that'll be a nice business to add. Let me see. Papa John's. We have Papa John's as well. Wolfgang Bakery. So Wolfgang is a groomer as well as like a pastry and dog treat type business. I actually used to take my dog to one of their locations years ago and he loved it there. Mezcalito. So we have two standalone buildings, Building 5 and Building 4. Mezcalito, which is a Mexican restaurant. I believe they're going to have a rooftop bar, if I remember correctly, at this location. And then Anytime Fitness. And one of the perks for our residents is they will get a membership to Anytime Fitness because unfortunately we don't have a gym within our clubhouse. So our residents will receive we've partnered with them and they will get a membership to Anytime Fitness. So that'll be a nice little perk. Trying to think, Bar 3. So bar and Pilates studio, I believe is what they're called. And I think that hit all of them. I'm just checking my notes here just to make sure that, we've got a lot and we've got a good mix of, some retail, some, not retail, but, boutiques and things like that, as well as restaurants, as well as, the dermatologist and the gym and things like that. So I think it's a pretty good mix for the town of Rolesville.
That's great. Do you know if any of the restaurants from Lafayette Village moved out or all these new ones?
They haven't moved out. The only one that is currently in Lafayette that we are hopefully going to finalize the lease here soon is Simply Crepes. And this will be another location for them that they'll open. But again, we are working on that one. That and Bar 3 are our two businesses that we're working on finalizing and getting them locked in so the town of Rolesville can enjoy those businesses as well.
Yeah, that's great. And just for the general public, I think Local Charm, they're really doubling in size, I think, and they will have some men clothes, which is something we don't have in town. So.
Yeah, and I believe they also have a spray tan booth as well. So that's another perk for the women and the men, I think, at town of Rolesville. So yeah.
So you think the first move-ins will be maybe November? Sounds like after upfits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How long will it be before it will be completely finished? Do you know the finish date on the whole project?
We don't have a set finish date. Phase 1 is going to be Building 6, which is where I told you that Artisan is, and Simply Crepes is building over here to the left. If you guys are looking at the map, that, and then we have Building 7, which is just a residential building, which is behind Building 6, and then Building 3. So over where Local Charm is down here. Towards the front of the map. That's kind of the pecking order for the first phase. And then I believe phase 2 is going to be Building 2 and 4 and 5, and then 8 will be our last one. So 8 probably isn't expected to be open until, like I said, mid-year to late 2025. But these first 3, by the end of the year, we will have all of those open, at least retail. We'll have a lot of those businesses open, and then residential will be to follow after that. So,
yeah. Are you completely sold out? It looks like 2 of them don't have a name in yet, but it may be some,
no,
maybe a lease on them, anything or something like that.
I believe those 2 are still open currently. So if you've got any ideas, we have any listeners that, have businesses of their own that they want to potentially, come have at Cobblestone, they're more than welcome to do that. But no, those 2 green locations are still open and ready to be leased.
Yep. And they look like prime locations too.
They are.
Big, they're bigger size.
They are. Yeah. I believe the 4B is something like 2,700 square feet. So yeah, you got some prime space there, and that one's right smack dab in the middle of the complex. So it'll be a good location for whoever gets that.
So if you're new in the area, you just move in here from wherever, let's say, Washington, D.C. area or something. But you move in an area, what do you tell them about your Cobblestone Village? Why would they want to live there rather than Raleigh, downtown Raleigh? Or
I mean, Rolesville's a smaller town. It's got that small town, hometown feeling. This is probably going to be one of the biggest things for a while that's come to Rolesville. As far as Cobblestone, I mean, I think it kind of sells itself with the live, shop, play motto that we have, where you really don't have to leave the comfort of your home, quote unquote, to be able to go and, get something to eat or go work out or, go get your nails done. And it's right smack dab in the middle of Rolesville. So it's not far from anything else that the town of Rolesville has to offer. It's right off of South Main. So you're right there in the middle of everything.
Well, it sounds pretty exciting. Do you, what do you hear? What do you guys hear on y'all's side about the excitement? Is the excitement pretty strong?
Oh, yeah.
From y'all's perspective too?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think this has been a long time coming. The town of Rolesville has seen this thing, be built up over the past couple years. And I just think everybody is ready for us to get the T's turned over to us and get everybody moved in and residents starting to live there and just really see what this is going to bring to the town of Rolesville.
Well, that's great. I'm really excited about, getting this thing, like you said, the keys turned over to people that want to live there and the people that want to run their shops there. And we're getting close.
We are.
It's beyond the point that it of no return. So it's just a matter of time now of getting all the work done. But I see a lot of people up there working every day. We're working on a Main Street project, so it's going to be a nice Main Street upgrade up there too. A lot of expense going in it. And what we found out, when we started working up there, some of the water lines in there was, is more than 50 years old.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
They're falling apart. So, it's being upgraded where it'd be good for another 50 years probably. Good. Before we have to worry about it, and it's taking some time. But it's like a lot of things going on. It's going to be really worth it once we get it all done and Cobblestone gets open and we see the Main Street with walkability and stuff up there. It's going to be very exciting. Very exciting to have you. I think this is the first time we met, Stephanie. Yes. Very, very excited to have you on board. I know still got a lot of work to do, but you guys are coming along really, really well. And like you said, we got one of your tenants on here that's going to talk about her business and why she just chose to invest her money in Rolesville. And but any closing thoughts? Do you want to leave any thoughts with the public before you leave? Any there you go. Maybe advertisements there.
Yes. So the top link that you have there, that's our website. We're gonna, as we have pictures and floor plans and things, we'll add that to the website so future tenants can see that. That'll also have some highlights as far as the businesses that are coming. The bottom link that you have there that says jotform.com, that is for any potential residents who are looking to potentially rent there. Fill that information out, and as soon as we start getting pricing and things like that, anybody that's filled those forms out will get the first kind of sneak peek of what's coming and what the costs are and what the floor plans are and things like that. So I mean, we're just super excited. Like you said, it's been years in the making. We all have our countdown watches running, and we are ready to get open and in there. So
Great. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it,
thank you for
Stephanie,
having me.
and thanks a lot. Very good job. And Cobblestone, yeah, it's just a matter of days, and we'll
It
have it.
is. Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And there's Chelsea, our next guest, which I understand you're going to venture out and open up a restaurant here and a
Yes.
business, and kind of welcome to Rolesville.
Thank you.
And kind of describe yourself. I met you and your husband a few
Yep.
days ago, and describe yourself and what brings you to Rolesville.
Sure. Yep. Chelsea, my husband is Brian, and we've been in the restaurant industry for forever. He's been an executive chef for a long time. I always worked front of house. Now I do sales and communications, but I'm from Vermont originally. He's from Southern California, and we've been in Raleigh for the last 7 years. And I grew up in a small town, so I just love Rolesville. It just kind of feels like home to me. I see people around, my kids doing sports, and you recognize each other. And Artisan has been an idea in our head for, like 10 plus years. When we lived in New York City, we would go to a place kind of similar. And we're like, oh, someday this would be amazing to have a spot kind of like this. And then we just decided, it's time. Our kids are a little bit older. They're 8 and 4, and we just wanted to go for it. So looking around for where would be a perfect spot, and we heard about Cobblestone and really just fell in love with it. We just couldn't pass it up, and we're so excited to be a part of the town.
We're excited to have you. I think it's going to be a very exciting time when Cobblestone, when the shop starts opening up there and things start kind of really getting off the ground. And it's exciting to have your restaurant. I think yours may be one of the first ones open. I believe you are starting to do some upfits. Is that what I understand? Even this week?
Yes. Yeah. It's been a long time coming with construction delays, so we're more than ready. Construction has been coming along amazingly. I just stopped by this morning, and they were doing all the painting. There's our logo. We also do those cheese boards, for a special order. That's one I think we did for a party. So this is the inside that we have so far. You can see, because we're on the end with all those windows, so we just want it to be light and bright. We're going to have great music in there. Not too loud, but we'll have all the bar seating. You can see the bar right there. And then along the windows, we also have bar seating with outlets. I work from home, so sometimes I just need to get out of the house and work somewhere. So I want it to be accessible there. You can come in, try some cheese, sit at the bar, post up, sit at the window. And, we're welcoming to everybody. And we understand if you need to camp out for a little bit to get some work done, just to get out of the house, even if it's the apartments up above, we're going to be that spot for you guys. So
that's the outside there.
There's the outside, yeah. So whoever's above us, I imagine they have a pulley system, just send some cheese right up. Right. But we love all the windows. The front part of our spot is going to have that bar. We have 8 beers on tap. We have beer and wine, and we have a 3-door fridge. So we'll have every kind of different drink, all those hard seltzers, the CBD seltzers, non-alcoholic drinks. And we'll have this like really awesome big panini press. So we'll have some really good grilled cheese sandwiches. And we have like cheese boards, charcuterie boards, We're also going to have the full deli there. So say, you know, you're not really a blue cheese person, but you try it on this cheese board and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. We'll do hand cut cheeses there at the deli counter, so you can take it to go home. And the back of our shop is all the retail. So you can really put everything. If you want to, at home, we'll have the crackers, cheese, charcuterie boards to buy. If you want to do it yourself, and we'll have another fridge that'll have like the pickles and olives, mustards, and stuff like that. So try to cover all of our bases.
Yeah, it's a large variety there for sure.
That's
That's Brian.
That's
So,
Brian. That's Brian.
yeah, that's Brian. So, you know, I was looking at your name, Artisan.
Yep.
So I think is it may be you know, the root to that may be art. So
Yeah.
So you see your food as artwork, or what?
Absolutely. Brian is trained in so many different kinds of cuisine, but he worked in fine dining for a long time. He is so passionate and so creative in what he does. And also, you know, a lot of the cheesemakers, and we're going to do craft beers. Everybody puts their soul into it. They are artisans. That's their craft. So, you know, we really feel like we put a lot of love into it. People love their products. We're going to have high quality products. You're not just going to go down to the store and grab whatever cheddar. We're like, this is a cheddar with crystals in it. It's from Vermont, you know, to educate people about what's out there. We are planning to have some artwork up on the wall as well. We just had this amazing pegboard made by a guy that lives here locally who does woodworking. So it's really exciting. I think that bit of like artisan touches will kind of be all around.
Yeah, I think you touched on a little bit, but Brian, he's not a cook. He's a chef, right?
Yeah.
I think he told me he had chef training, right?
Yeah. He helped open a couple of restaurants in North Hills, and he's been working for the Giorgio's Restaurant Group for the last 6 years. And you know, we're just all his training, and it's just time to go out on our own and branch out and, you know, kind of create a restaurant for our family. So our kids are excited about, you know, wiping down tables and everything. You know? I come from a family where we're entrepreneurs, and, you know, we have family businesses. And so I see the passion and the hard work that it takes to put into it. And we're ready to do that and build something for our family, you know, the same way that I know how important it is to my family, the company that, you know, my dad helped do. So we want to do something for our kids too, and something for the town. I think it's something different that you can't get in Rolesville. There's nothing really like it. There's a lot of bottle shops, but there's either no food or they're bringing food trucks with fried food. And sometimes I just want a brie and a baguette with a bottle of wine. So
or cheese.
Yeah.
So if you go, you know, you can go to the grocery store and they got a whole display full of cheeses there. So you can get any kind of cheese you want at the grocery store. But why is yours different? What do you bring that you can't buy in the grocery store?
Well, we can get a lot of cheeses that you won't see at the grocery store. So many are like make small batch cheeses that they just can't distribute it to the grocery store. And we can really get the inside information and like learn about it and talk to people about it. I kind of touched on it before, but sometimes if you're not a fan or you don't want to invest $10 on a block of cheese, you're like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be good, but you know, we'll give out tons of samples. You're like, oh, this blue cheese, I don't know if I'm going to like it, but it looks interesting. Come try it. We'll tell you where it's from. It'll kind of give you the opportunity that you can't get at a grocery store. You know, you don't know if you're going to like it. Well, come on and try it. And some people, they're like, oh, I don't like the smoky taste. All right, come on, let's try this cheddar, you know, the smoked cheddar, and see if you like it. So it's about educating, and we'll have a bunch of different charcuterie and stuff too, and the grilled cheeses, which doesn't, you know, lets us to be a little creative too.
Yeah, so it's not a grilled cheese sandwich like you would find at a diner, then probably.
Right. Yeah. We're gonna have lots of different grilled cheeses and some unexpected flavors and stuff, and pickle plates, and then we'll also do some really cool cheese plates where, everything will be from Spain. And then we can recommend a wine that's from Spain as well. So you can see how it pairs. We'll do beer and wine pairings with the cheese, which usually is offered just as special events at different bottle shops or vineyards. But that'll be, we'll do that often. We'll just say, here's these 4 beers, try it with these 4 cheeses and tell us what you think.
Yeah, you mentioned special events. Do you guys planning special events? Do you have you want to do parties and stuff, or
Yeah,
what are you planning?
I am like the event queen. Like I love any opportunity to celebrate anything. So we will definitely do like a trivia night. I thought to do like adult spelling bee because that would be amazing. Just decorating the place. We will have 2 TVs, so we'll have sports on. We also have this really cool old school flip board, that you had like in train stations, the flips. So we'll have, that'll show our beer. And that will pop up with events that we have as well. Probably some singer-songwriter afternoons, comedy shows. So if there's any local talent that says like, hey, I play acoustic music, let us know. We're open to ideas. We love doing events and everything. So if anybody has ideas, stuff that they want to do at a bar or a restaurant, but they haven't seen anybody do it, let us know. We're up for it.
Well, that's fantastic. I think you said you and Brian got the idea of somewhere up away from here years ago. I think you said 10 years ago. So is anything similar to that here in Wake County, or is you such a unique business that it's really nothing to compare it to?
Yeah. So one of our favorite places to go in Raleigh is State of Beer, which is part of the Trophy company. But they have more sandwiches. We'll have more cheese options, but they have a ton of selections of beer and wine. And so that's where we like to go. That's kind of the most similar that you will find here, but there's really nothing like us. And I know we live in Northeast Raleigh, but we're about 10 minutes from Rolesville. We're in town all the time. And I rarely try to make my way to downtown. We will literally just go to State of Beer and then come home. So hopefully this would be a similar option if anybody likes going there, but it's a little far from us or from this area. So we're hoping people come to our spot.
Yeah. So you're thinking that you'll pull clientele from North Raleigh area, East Raleigh, those places then?
Yeah, I think so. And we have there's a couple like local breweries that we really love. We're not brewing our own beer, so we're going to have local beer. Like we love Blackbird. I know we're going to have them on tap and other local breweries. We also have some beers that we like from the different places that we have lived and traveled, or people say, oh my God, I tried this hard seltzer or I tried this. We'll try our best to get it and try to get some different things that you don't see everywhere, which I think is exciting to people. I think we'll pull from, Wake Forest and Raleigh, people that, I see at the gym. They're like, oh my God, it's totally worth it to drive 20 minutes that way. Basically everything is 15, 20 minutes here in Raleigh. So,
right.
And we'll have good parking, which is, you don't find in downtown all the time.
Yeah, it's hard to find in some place, even Wake Forest, I think.
Yes, yeah, but Cobblestone has like a ton of parking, and redoing that main street, there's going to be even more.
Mm-hmm. So that's interesting. You're planning to pull from East Raleigh and those type places. I think looking, Stephanie was going through the long list of restaurants and vendors and eating establishments that's coming in there. Do you have any fear there's too many? Do you feel like it's oversaturated with restaurants and stuff? Or some people don't like competition, but I think,
I mean,
huh?
I think they've done a really good job at getting a good mix of businesses in there. We're going to be open every day at 11, Sunday through Thursday. We're open till 9, Friday, Saturday, open till 10. if you know, come in, have your drink, have a snack before you want late night. I know that Pixels will be open late. So maybe we'll be like, to have a wine before you go play the board, you know, the games, if you want to stay out till 11 or midnight. So there's that wide variety. You can literally spend all day there. There's the bagel shop, the coffee shop, come over to lunch with us and go get your nails and then go to the bar. I think Cobblestone has done such a good job, really, really diversifying a little space. And I think it's really going to be good for the town. There's so many different options. Really think everybody will find something that they will like there.
Yeah, one of the things I think that town was trying to develop with the vision was to have a destination place for people outside of town to come rather than going to some of these other places like Raleigh and Wake Forest and surrounding areas. But you got to have a lot of things to do that. You got to have a lot of different diverse things. And, you know, and I think this is really a start that maybe that'd be sort of like a Lafayette Village or somewhere, on North Hills or something. You feel good about that?
I was gonna say, and in the same way at Lafayette, you know, if you can come and get your beer or wine, you can go on the green. You can have if your kids want to be outside, bring a picnic blanket, get your beer, go sit outside. Your kids can be outside. You can sit with your dog out there, which I think is huge. Sometimes, you know, we bring our kids everywhere and they'll sit and, you know, do Legos or cars or whatever, but they don't want to be inside. So if you have a spot that you can sit outside too, and everybody's happy. I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. So do you have any closing activities or anything you want to show advertisement wise for people to remember? You know, you probably want to be the first place they check out when they come there.
We will be the first business open. We are super gung ho. We're ready for it. We're ready for people to come and check it out. Like I said, you know, good for families, people that work from home that want to come and sit with you know, and just have a nice bright place to work. We will have sports on. We'll have games. Turn on some classic movies at the holidays. You know, just fun stuff. We're really looking forward to it. We're really looking forward to seeing the people of Rolesville. Our kids play sports in town, and I know that, you know, people have said, "Oh, we can't wait to have somewhere like to come after a sports game or a football game at the high school." So yeah, we're really excited to be part of the community, and we kind of already feel like it. So everybody's been really welcoming so far.
Yeah, and you use the term "we," and I think talking to Brian, he's going to be all in. This is the only job he's going to have is here, so he's going to be all in. I think is his plans. Is that correct?
That's right. Yep. He's working somewhere right now, or else he would be here right now. He's working, and I work full time from home, so I kind of be doing double duty, being there as much as I can. But yeah, it's a kind of a vision. We balance each other very well. I'm more high energy and he settles me down. He's really smart on the numbers and the food product. And I'm more front of house, and I love meeting people, and I can't wait to really meet the people of the town.
Well, good. I think we could bring maybe Stephanie and Tisha could come back, and we'll kind of be together for the last few minutes here. There's Tisha, and did we lose Stephanie? No, there we are. Yeah, we're all back. So I think we'll just spend the last few minutes and close out together. So Stephanie, what did you hear from Chelsea? What do you?
We're super excited to have them. Like she said, I think it's going to be a one of a kind shop. You know, I mean, I think it sounds like they've got a lot of knowledge as far as what they're bringing to the town and their business and stuff. So we are super excited to have them and have them actually be one of the first businesses. And they will be, if you turn right off of Main Street, they're that first business right there. So she's definitely going to be seen. So I think she'll get some good traffic in there.
Yeah. Tisha, what do you think? Are you a cheese lover?
I'm not so much a cheese lover, but I'm definitely a wine lover. Chelsea and I already had some conversations about some recommendations she asked for me. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. That's going to be such a cool vibe for us to have here in Rolesville. And you're right. I mean, going downtown Raleigh from Rolesville, it's a hike. and not to have to worry about parking. It's going to be a big plus. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah. I guess wine will bring out the cheese loving in you. so and then Chelsea's not. They're not. Her and Brian is not dumb. They know what they're doing. I think so.
Yeah.
Really, I think in hearing the concept of the Cobblestone and different restaurants coming in and stuff. I think people are going to get even more excited as we come along and get closer to that. And I guess I will put a pitch in for the chamber, Tisha and the chamber. We do a lot of things trying to help our small businesses here in town. So just kind of think about that as you go along. Anything you want to recommend to them, Tisha?
I'm definitely join the chamber. It's always a good opportunity to connect with other business owners, and you have the support of the town and the chamber, building community and relationships. I think that's really important. But yeah, and just get out there. We're excited for you guys, Chelsea and Stephanie. We appreciate all the hard work. I know it's going to be in no time. We are like, oh wow, we're on the other side of this, and everything's all open and at capacity. Those last two buildings are going to be gone in no time. So I know you guys are super excited for that.
What do you hear from the local people about Cobblestone? Do you hear any questions that you have any questions that you've heard anybody bring up?
Yeah, people are just excited and ready for it to happen. It's like, when is it going to happen already?
Yeah.
Like, I was at local charm not too long ago, and she's telling me how, I saw on the map that her square footage is going to be so much larger, and she's going to open in late October. That is. Yeah. So people are just excited and wanting to know when it's going to open, and now having that full list of what's going to be there, because it was kind of a mystery, right? Of like what's going to be there. And we were hearing different things. And so, Mezcalita, I mean, having a Mexican restaurant, that's a little bit different. We have a Mexican restaurant in town, but a different vibe of Mexican is going to be, welcomed. And you mentioned football, Friday night football, having somewhere to go after Friday night football other than Bojangles and McDonald's.
Yes.
I think the parents are going to be excited about that part. So
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of good things going on in town, and really think this Cobblestone, once you get guys, you get running up and going, it's really going to make things just so much more entertaining, so much more exciting, and like Trish said, we got a pretty good football team, don't we, on Friday night? So
yeah, are they playing at home this week?
No.
Okay.
They're Cardinal Gibbons, I think, which is not that far. Got to go to Raleigh,
Okay.
but they pretty good. I think it's the best thing going on in town on Friday night. So, and they do need, some of them do need a place to go after the game. So that's where you guys come in.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. Any closing comments from any of you?
I think we're just excited. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we, like Tisha said, it's been a long time coming, and I just think we are all super excited. The countdown is definitely on. So keep an eye out. We're going to start advertising and doing social media posts that are going to kind of give you ideas as far as what's coming, and, highlighting businesses and stuff like that. So definitely keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. We're good. Just anything else from you? Was any comments coming in? Anything?
No, we did not have any comments. Chelsea, I'm sorry your mom didn't put a comment in, but
I'll tell her.
no comments. Just final words. I'm excited. Stephanie and Chelsea, thank you for sharing the updates. It's really good to finally kind of put things to life, and we're going to be big supporters.
Awesome.
Can't
We
wait.
can't wait.
Great.
Yes.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. This has been a great show. I've been looking forward to this one for several months now, because you see all that work going on there. You see all the dirt and the building and all that kind of stuff, and road closed off and you can't get through there, and just a lot of anticipation. So I've been waiting for this show for quite a while because I wanted to hear more about what was going on. And a lot of people in town did, like Tisha said, a lot of people really excited about it too, and can't wait for you guys to come. So very excited to have you guys on. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks a lot. It's been a great show. Thank you, Tisha, for you coming in and doing this tonight. I hope you can come back and do it more.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This was fun. So, yeah, we'll let Philip have his vacation, but we'll be supporting him as much as we can. So, we'll definitely be back.
Yeah, you can tell him take all the vacation he wants. And,
And we don't need that.
yeah.
All right. Thank you all.
Thanks,
Have a good
everybody.
night.
Appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks a lot. And
Thank you.
and we'll see you. See you, Trish. Take care.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, I think they dropped. We didn't tell them beforehand.
Oh, they're still. Oh, let's end the stream.